TechSydney's here to turn Sydney into a top 10 ecosystem. And what does being a top 10 ecosystem mean for you and your business, for us as a country? It means that we're de-risking the process of people starting startups.
The vision for TechSydney is to put Sydney onto the map, to become a top 10 global tech city in the world. It's aspirational, it's ambitious, but I think it's achievable.
I think if we look at companies like Facebook and Google and Apple, there's absolutely no reason why we don't have those sorts of companies coming from Australia. I think we've made some great progress and we're really starting to move in the right direction, but we certainly have a long way to go yet.
I'm a big believer that we need density. We need lots and lots of entrepreneurs, lots and lots of engineers, startups in a small space. Even though we're building technology that breaks down barriers, we absolutely need to be near each other for coffees, drinks, and 1,000 small conversations to make this technology dream a reality.
We have all the fundamentals. We have a great education system. We have passionate people. We have hopefully an increasingly supportive government. It's just a matter of time and effort.
It's about how do we actually define what we want in the future for our country. All we've been doing in the past is digging stuff out of the ground and selling it to people overseas. We can be better than that. We're smarter than that, and that's what TechSydney is about. It's about growing that ecosystem to be one of the top 10 in the world.
We need to have successful founders reinvesting in seed stage companies to have a really thriving ecosystem.
I think the first thing we've got to do is come together as a community. It's part of the reason we've tried to get a large diversity of people, from small 2-person companies to large 2,000-person companies, from local homegrown companies to international success stories, large corporates, etc. Together to come together as a community, all with the shared goal of making Sydney one of the great tech hubs in the world.
I think one of the most important things that we need to do is put an emphasis on talent, ensuring that we are growing and bringing the right talent within and into our country to be able to build innovative companies.
And we need to bring people from overseas into this beautiful country so we can make it not just an amazing place to live, but an amazing place to live and build great startups.
Government's a really important part of this equation, but it's not the only one. You know, TechSydney's about identifying what are the issues that will drive forward. Some of them are going to be driven by us, but some of them are going to be driven by government.
I think one of the most important things is having software engineering becoming a priority in every one of our schools. As soon as students realise what an incredible career software engineering is and realise how fun it could be to start a company and to actually create something that could be world-changing, I think we'll start to really turn things around.
Also advice from, tech veterans in the industry could be very helpful for us.
The biggest issues that people see in their technology businesses every day, number one's about acquisition of talent. Number two is about how do we kind of connect with experts that might be able to solve particular problems in our business. Number three is about how do we get more density in the industry? How do we be able to have collisions and bump into the people so those serendipitous moments that we see happen in Silicon Valley happen here? Number four is about data. We need to collect data to know that we're improving this ecosystem, otherwise we're flying blind. Number five is about having a single voice. At the moment, everyone's just off there focusing on their own little segment in this ecosystem. No one's speaking for the whole industry. No one's looking out for the whole pipeline of how we grow from a startup to a high-growth technology company.
Then we have a lot of issues to work on as a community, as an industry, from talent, attracting and growing great people, to location and having an epicenter for tech in Sydney that's visible. Diversity of the industry, obviously, across gender, sexual orientation, all sorts of things is something that we need to address. There's a whole lot of issues to work on, but the first thing is to get the community together and start people working on them.